This takes some dedication, guys. Take a look. There's literally a tablet and 1, 2, 3, 4 Android phones. How do you keep all this together, man?
You don't. You got it right.
Oh my goodness.
I can do the same with
So you gotta handle everything for us here.
Kind of reminds me of you ever watch Mr. Six on YouTube?
Yes.
Yeah, that kind of reminds me of that. So
I hadn't seen it, but everyone's like, "Oh yeah, you did the same type of thing."
Yeah. So guys, go ahead and check this out. This is a 100% maxed out Mewtwo. Not even joking, guys. Let's go ahead and do the appraisal. Let's do the appraisal. First of all, that is like a spoof of my old username. I'm flattered. Wonder, HP, attack, defense, exceeds calculations, but it maxes out at 3186.
Show the trainer level, show the trainer level.
But the trainer level, unfortunately, is just a level 26. And this used to be, my old username was Julian SXTY, and these guys loved it so much that they made an alternate account. Basically a meme of my old username. So
Memorial.
I'm flattered. I'm quite flattered. Okay, so first Kyogre raid of the day about to go down. Hopefully it's 100%, but probably not. But you know, we can always hope, right? So we're gonna be ahead and taking out the first Kyogre raid of the day. We got 10 in on this raid. We're about to hop in, and we are gonna go ham on this Kyogre. Also, while we're taking this Kyogre raid on, we're gonna talk about all of the new Pokemon that are going to be coming in the next wave, the final Generation 3 wave in Pokemon Go. So we're going to talk about all the Dragon-type Pokemon and all of the brand new Flying-type Pokemon that we're going to be getting today. So let's take out this Kyogre and let's talk about the brand new Pokemon that we're going to be seeing in Pokemon Go. Alright, so now let's talk about all of the new Dragon and Flying-type Pokemon coming to Pokemon Go right now. First off, we have Nincada, Ninjask, and Shedinja. So Nincada is going to be a pretty interesting catch when it evolves. It sheds its skin and 2 different Pokemon are created when it evolves. Nincada will evolve into either Ninjask, which is a bug and flying type, or Shedinja, which is a bug type and ghost type Pokemon. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see what Niantic does with that. Also, we've got Tailo and Swellow, basically the Spearow and Fearow of Generation 3. I'm super excited to catch those Pokemon, but they're basically Pokedex filler. Wingull and Pelipper, which is going to be a water and flying type, Susker and Masquerain. So Susker is going to be a bug type and water type, which will evolve into Masquerain, which is going to be a bug and flying type. So Swablu and Altaria, Swablu being a normal type and flying type Pokemon, which will evolve into Altaria, which is a dragon type. Tropius, which is a grass type and a flying type as well. Salamence, Shelgon, and Bagon, guys. First it starts with Bagon. This is going to evolve into Shelgon and then Salamence. This is going to be a dragon type Pokemon. Salamence is going to be a dragon type and flying type. So much like Dratini, Dragonair, Dragonite, Dratini gains its final evolution Dragonite and it becomes a dragon and flying type in its 3rd stage. Bagon, Shelgon, and Salamence is basically the same, and they basically have the exact same CP as Dragonite. So pretty interesting. And also we get Beldum, Metang, and Metagross is going to be a Steel type and Psychic type Pokemon. It's going to max out at over 3,600 CP. It's going to be a major powerhouse in Pokemon Go. Definitely a must catch. Also, we're going to have Chimecho, which is a Psychic type and normal type. Could be a regional as well. Also, we have Kecleon, which can change its type depending on what move it's hit by, which I don't think is going to be changing its type in Pokemon Go, but it's definitely going to be available at some point. Castform, which is actually, we talked about that in a previous video, it's going to have some type of weather changing ability, so depending on what weather's going on will affect Castform's spawn rate, I think. We don't know exactly how Castform is going to work in Pokemon Go, but that's what I'm thinking is going to happen. So Rayquaza actually isn't going to be an EX raid boss after all. It's actually going to be the next level 5 legendary raid boss, so I'm super stoked about that. So let's go ahead and take a look at what Rayquaza is all about. So Rayquaza is going to have a max CP as a raid boss of 45,468. So at 100% IVs, Rayquaza is going to be 2,083 CP without the weather boost. With the weather boost, however, the 100% Rayquaza is going to be 2,604, and it's going to take around 4 to 5 trainers to defeat it, and it also has the lowest defense of all of the Hoenn region legendaries, so that's encouraging as well. And it's also double weak to ice. Given the fact that it's double weak to ice, here are the Rayquaza counters. Articuno with Frost Breath and Ice Beam at number 1. Dragonite with Dragon Tail Outrage at number 2, Jynx with Frost Breath and Avalanche at number 3, Kyogre with Waterfall and Blizzard at number 5, Cloyster with Ice Shard and Avalanche at number 6, Piloswine with Ice Shard and Avalanche at number 7, Golem, a fan favorite, with Rock Throw, Stone Edge at number 8, Tyranitar with Bite and Crunch at number 9, Lapras with Frost Breath and Ice Beam at number 10, Walrein with Frost Breath and Blizzard at number 11, and Gardevoir with Confusion and Dazzling Gleam. Given the fact that Rayquaza is going to be a Dragon type and Flying type, picking counters isn't going to be that hard. Basically, if you have an Ice type Pokemon, a Fairy type Pokemon, Dragon type, or Rock type Pokemon, you should be pretty much good to go. However, honestly, the best counters for Rayquaza are definitely going to be Ice type Pokemon with double Ice type movesets. And if you have a Dragonite, if that Rayquaza knows either Aerial Ace or I'd say, yeah, definitely if it knows Aerial Ace, Dragonite is going to be really, really good against it. However, I would definitely pick Kyogre and Walrein to be the best counters. That's what I think I'm going to power up. Let's take a look at Rayquaza's movesets as well. So, Dragon Tail and Air Slash are going to be the fast moves. For the charged moves, it's going to be able to learn Outrage, Aerial Ace, and Ancient Power. So, when you catch Rayquaza, the best DPS moveset is going to be Dragon Tail Outrage, of course, just like Dragonite. Rayquaza counters fall into two different categories. The ones you can use versus Outrage and the ones you can use versus Ancient Power. Outrage will devastate all Dragon type counters, while Ancient Power will do the same to Ice types, especially Articuno. To sum up the counters for Rayquaza's different movesets, so, versus Outrage, you're going to want to use the Ice type counters. Versus Ancient Power, you're going to want to use the a couple of Ice types, and versus Aerial Ace, basically anything goes. So, Dragonite's going to be good against Aerial Ace. Also, a lot of Ice types like Articuno, Cloyster, Walrein, as well as a couple other Pokemon as well. Just like Kingdra can also be effective with the Blizzard movesets. My plan is to use Golems, a team of my 100% maxed out Golems in the back, and then I'm probably going to max out a Kyogre and a Walrein, and maybe a Lapras as well. So that's basically what I plan on doing for Rayquaza. And let's go, I'm going to go to the office, and we're going to break down the stats of a couple of different Ice-type Pokemon that I want to do a couple of critical comparisons to as well, just to see what would be the best Pokemon to power up. What is worth the Stardust when you're talking about taking out Rayquaza as a raid boss? Because again, it does have the lowest defense of all of the Hoenn region legendaries, so I'm interested to see what's going to be the best raid counter for Rayquaza. So let's go ahead and go back to the office and break down all the stats and see what's going to be the best Pokemon for Rayquaza to take it out. So, let's go. Okay, fellow Pokemon trainers, so we reached the end of the presentation today, and I thought the best way to break things down and to roll it all together was to compare the stats of 3 different water and ice type Pokemon that, I was taking a look at all the Pokemon for my potential Rayquaza counter team, because right now it's like 4:15 a.m. and I'm working on creating my Rayquaza counter team. And I have an open slot. In fact, I have a couple of open slots. And I was thinking, which one of these 3 water and ice type powerhouses am I going to invest the Stardust in? Which one is worth the Stardust investment? So, we're going to go ahead and take a look at Lapras, Walrein, and Cloyster and compare their stats and see which one statistically is the best one. So, for the most part, the general consensus is that the only stat that really matters as Pokemon Go is going to be attack, which is true in most cases, I gotta say, but when you're comparing these 3 Pokemon, Cloyster, Walrein, and Lapras. So, first off, let's look at the numbers on Lapras. Lapras, for the most part, is regarded as the number 1 of the 3 of these Pokemon, generally because of its tankiness. You're looking at a 180 defense stat and a 260 stamina stat. And Lapras, by far, definitely has the highest stamina stat of the 3. Cloyster only with 100 stamina, and Walrein with 220. So, Lapras bests the 3 in stamina. So, if you want a tanky attacker that can last in battles, definitely go for Lapras. However, in my case, and what's interesting is, I'm really taking my needs into account, because first of all, I do have an EX raid on Saturday, and depending on the IVs of the Mewtwo, first of all, whether I catch it or not, but depending on the IVs of this Mewtwo, this will be my third. If these IVs are good, I'm going to be maxing it out on the spot. So I'm not going to power up my Kyogre just yet, and I'm going to wait till after my EX raid on Saturday just to see if I'm going to want to use the extra Stardust and my rare candies on either Mewtwo, but if the Mewtwo is trash IVs, which I will be pineapping it if it's trash IVs as well, by the way, but that's off topic. If the IVs are trash, then I'm not going to be investing any of my rare candies in it. My rare candy stock will go into Kyogre, which I do have a good Kyogre ready to go. But until then, I need to figure out which of these three water and ice type Pokemon do I want to power up. So let's compare real quick Lapras and Walrein side by side. So Lapras, you're looking at a 165 attack stat. With Walrein, you're getting slightly better, 182. With Lapras, you're getting a 180 defense stat. With Walrein, you're getting slightly lower at 176. And Walrein has a stamina stat of 220. Lapras has a stamina stat of 260. So basically, Walrein, Lapras, dead even. However, Cloyster has a much higher defense stat of the three. Cloyster's defense stat is 323, which gives it the lower CP level. But if you look at the defense stat, that is just off the charts compared to the two. So, you know, Cloyster is definitely a good option, because this, honestly guys, Rayquaza is the first ever raid boss where we have a lot of options. We have a lot of options here. We can go with rock types, we can go with ice types, we can go with dragon types. We can do a lot of different things here. So honestly, you can't go wrong with any of the three, but I'm going to invest my Stardust in Walrein. Simply because the tankiness is there to a certain degree, but you definitely have the attack stat. The attack stat isn't lacking, the defense stat isn't lacking, and the stamina stat is there. It's not Lapras level stamina statistics, but it's there. I think Walrein is more of the complete package here. So I do have a 93% spiel that I'm definitely going to work on evolving and powering up. I definitely have the candies for it. I have the dust. So Walrein is going to take that slot in my Kyogre raid team. But, you know, let me know in the comments what you guys think of my decision. Do you think that Lapras, you know, you can't go wrong with Lapras? Do you think I should just abandon Walrein and go with Lapras? Do you think Cloyster is the best option? And also, what are your choices for your Rayquaza team setup? Let me know in the comments down below. Let me know what you guys think. And this is going to be the end of it today, so DX1 signing out. I wish you the best of luck with your Rayquaza raids, however you want to pronounce it. Let's go and get some Dragon-type Pokemon in Pokemon Go. I will see you all in the next one. Don't forget to drop a like on the video, and if you're new, please subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one.